Yo, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? How y'all doing, rather? I'm gonna cut to the chase and just let you all know, you know what I'm saying, the reason why I would never move or live in New York ever again. Move back or live in New York ever again. And I'm really decided on whether I want to visit. That's real talk. That's where I'm at. I mean, in the 90s, I would never had phantomness. Really, in the early 2000s, excuse me. The early 2000s, I wouldn't have thought that I would come up to this conclusion, but here I am. Real talk. And no, it has nothing to do with my family. Even though some of my family members and I don't get along, I think that we could be cordial with one another. We could, like chit chat and, ask how one another is doing in one room for a couple hours. I think we could tolerate each other for a couple hours. It's not the weather, even though I can't stand New York weather. It's like you gotta wear tons upon tons of clothes in order to be, keep somewhat warm. That plain and simple. It's not, even though that's the obvious, it's not the cost of living. It's not that. The main reason why I would never move back to New York or even consider it is because of her. TP9SF Koenig. It's because of her. Real talk. And I can't go anywhere without some type of firearm. Just can't. It's not possible. At least not for me. That's where I'm at right now. And I know some of you all are gonna say, "Hey, Langston, man, you to me, it just seems like to me you're in it because it's trending." You know what I'm saying? You wanna be those wanna be hardcore thug dudes. You know what I'm saying? Look at you, got that hair, them dreads, how they be wearing their hair. You got your hat to the side. You be talking slang and all the rest of that stuff, just like they do. You really want to be like them, don't you, Langston? No, I don't. I don't. If it were up to me, I would prefer to live in a world where no type of weapons exist. But that's not the case. It's not the world that we live in. Real talk. Talking to Pretty Ricky the other day, and he said it best. My firearm is not my sword. My firearm is my shield. It's there to protect me. That's what it's there for. Straight up. And I can't see myself living in a state where it's damn near impossible for me to have a firearm. But it's easily accessible for criminals to get their hands on illegal firearms. So here it is. I don't have one. I'm living in New York. Use an example. Live in New York. I don't have a firearm. Bad guy stays a couple blocks down from me. He has a firearm. I have children. He knows that. He knows what time I go to work, what time I get off. He's actually checking me out every day. What am I gonna do to protect and defend my family? Mace ain't gonna cut it. A pocket knife is not gonna cut it. It's just not. And I don't understand how people are still living in New York. They had a video. I said this not a video. They had a movie out. Movie got to be about 40 years old or something like that. I think it's Kurt Russell. Movie called Escape from New York. That's what y'all should be doing. Y'all should be making a massive exodus out of New York, especially black folks. It's just really at the end of the day, for those that are still trying to hold on, I don't know why. I just don't. What is it? Because you want to just be able to, come out of your apartment building and go to the bodega? Accessibility Is that what you're looking at? You know what I'm saying? The convenience? Is that what you're looking at? But then while in the process of that's going on, they got Bronx drill, they got Brooklyn, they got the shoes, the woos, the this, the that. There's a war going on in Brooklyn. That's real talk. You ever seen that movie called The Warriors? That's basically what's going on. It's just a bunch big gangs, you know what I'm saying? But then they're little small, like, gangs that come out of those big gangs. So you don't have it like in LA or Compton or, Los Angeles or whatever, where you have the Bloods and the Crips. Nah, in New York, they got the Bloods and the Crips, and then, the Chews and the Woos and this and that, but all of it, like, say, for example, you got the Blood, and then this one gang comes out of the Blood, but they're Blood affiliated, and they got people that are part. It's just so confusing. And being that I'm not a hood dude, that I don't live in New York, and that I'm not young anymore, I'm not keeping up with half of that mess. I'm just not. All I know is that I can't take her with me. And that does not make sense. A dude from North Carolina, a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a foodie. He does food reviews, not only in the state of North Carolina, but he travels out, you know what I'm saying, in different states. He just posted a video up, like, I guess this past week. I don't follow him. YouTube suggested his video. I was like, yo, let me take a look at it or whatever, right? I mean, he got a decent channel, you know what I'm saying? I forgot the dude's name. But anyway, make long story short, this guy, you would think, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, my man, but I always tell you all to look, when you're looking at gun laws, just don't look at your state. Excuse me, when you're traveling, look at the state that you're traveling to. See, I went to Miami, and it's cool. I could bring my firearm to Miami or the plane. I mean, of course, you gotta, check it in and go through all of the procedures that they ask you to go through. But for the most part, it was easy breezy, no lie. This man took his firearm with him to New York. Now, he said for 2 years, he's been flying to different states, as well as New York and New Jersey, and nobody has ever asked him to check in his firearm. Well, the first thing is, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just being real. I'm trying to understand, how did you even get past TSA? Because where was the firearm? Like, okay, if they didn't ask you to check it, then you would have to have it on you or inside your bag. To me, in my opinion, I would have to go further in depth. And he didn't really go too much in depth inside the story, but it don't sound right to me. Why? Because I've checked in my firearm before at an airport. And I know you can't get past TSA. But I think he said he had that club membership thing. So I don't know anything about that. So I think if you have the club membership thing, that you surpass TSA. So I guess that's what happened. I think that might have happened. For those that know, that, then, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, to make a long story short, he got off the plane, he did what he had to do, eat food, da-da-da-da. When he comes back to the airport, they arrest him. And they said, hey, you carrying an illegal firearm. There's nowhere in the world I could be in a state like that, man. Let alone visit one. I'm going to tell you, seriously, there have been times that I've forgotten my firearm at home. And I'm not lying. I damn near turned in the middle of traffic around to get my firearm. Now watch this. Check this out. Some of you all don't know who I am. A lot of you all do. Y'all don't know my life. You only know what I tell you. That's real talk. Y'all don't know what I've been through. See, the people that want to do away with firearms, the people that will say that nobody needs to have firearms are the people or persons that never really been through anything. They've had a fortunate life not to bump into the type of people that I bumped into. Prime example, Pretty Ricky and other people that I know that have firearms. Straight up. You see, I've been jumped twice and pistol whipped once, and I had to get stitches when I got pistol whipped. I know what a hardcore piece of metal feels like across my face. Several times. To the point where, and you can pick on me all you want. This happened to me when I was younger, and it is what it is. I don't mind telling people my business. I don't care. Run up on me like that and see what happened this time, though. And that's not a threat. I'm just saying. I'm going to protect myself. But he was hitting me multiple times with the firearm to the point where, and I ain't never did nothing like that. I ain't never. The only time I ran away from a fight was one time, and I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I was totally outnumbered, and I knew I was gonna catch it in New York. I said, nah, that's all right. I pulled my pants up and I won that race. I ran all them dudes. But for the most part, I ain't never run no fight. A fight is a fight. And I've lost some, and I've won some. A fight is a fight, though. That man that hit me so many times in the face with that gun, he had me crawl. I was trying to get away, crawling away from him. Crawling under a car. For those that have never been shot, stabbed, pistol whipped, brass knuckles, all the above, any type of weapons, if you never been harmed physically, don't even comment in the comment section of this video. Most of the times when you see people that have firearms, they've been through a traumatic moment in their life. And they don't ever want to experience that ever again. Every time I got into a situation, I felt hopeless. And that's not saying, hey, just because I have a firearm, that doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to win the battle, but at least I have an opportunity. At least I have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to protect myself. And have it so that people won't be able to take advantage of me. That plain and simple. You got all these gangs going on in New York. They wildin'. Literally, kids are killing one another. 13, 12, 14. What kind of beef you got with somebody that's 14 years, 12 years old? Tell me, please. That's real talk. Matter of fact, I'll take it even a step further. I don't think anyone that's black should go anywhere without some type of protection. That plain and simple. It's gonna be difficult for me because I'm gonna have to learn the laws of Nevis. Because I gotta know. More than likely, I probably won't be able to take my firearm this time when I go and visit in the West Indies. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on when I'm gonna go. But look at that shit. Look what happened in New Mexico with Shaniqua Robinson. Look what happened in New Mexico with those 4 Americans that were going to get BBLs and tummy tucks. And next thing you know, they ran into the Mexican cartel. And I'm not saying if they have firearms, they would battle them. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that, what are you going to do? You going to put your head down? Please stop. No. You think people going to listen? Some of you all are religious, and I respect it. I respect it. As long as you respect where I stand at. You understand? But there's a reason. There's a rhyme and reason to everything. The reason why I stand opposite the side of you being a religious person, is just all for the strength of seeing how many innocent men and women have been killed throughout the years. Babies at that too. Just this past year in Charlotte, on Metro Charlotte, man, I know at least I could count probably about 4 or 5 different babies got killed by a stray bullet, drive-by shooting. Bullet wasn't meant for them, but they got hit. We talking about the ages of 2, 4, 5, 8. Or another thing too, the parent didn't secure the firearm in the house. Little baby picks it up, points it at themselves or another baby, shoots and kills the baby. I'm telling you, man, it's dangerous. It's gonna get even worse. And I just think that you all look at these videos. Oh, look, this is y'all like doing when you look at my videos. Look at his nose. He got fake eyeglasses. Oh man, he got on some cheap Hollister. Nobody wears that anymore. Oh man, this guy, look at his dirty dress. But you know what? Guess what? At the end of the day, you won't get the last laugh. Because everything that I'm saying, yeah, true indeed, I might look funny. But everything that I'm saying is not a joke. It's not. I'm going to say this for the 10th time. Automation is here. It ain't coming, it's here. And they're saying by 20 years of 20, 30, and 35, that 40% of the jobs that human beings work will be taken away by automation. And we're not just talking about regular, entry-level jobs. We're not talking about, working at Amazon in a warehouse, boxing products and shipping them out. It don't stop there. We're talking about doctors, dentists. Real talk. That's real talk. They have robots that they're, testing to be police officers. This is not a game. And I can't get some of you stubborn ass New Yorkers out of New York. Just like I couldn't get my uncle out of there. And he passed away. This shit is sad. He passed away in Tompkins Projects. In the projects. Straight up. It's crazy to me. They got y'all packed up like Sarcan in a Sarcan can. Trying to figure out why you all stressed out all the time or whatever. It's called aura infringement. You got people that are above you, below you, on the left side and the right side of you. You got hundreds of people that live in one building. And the conditions that y'all are, based on us being a natural people. The conditions that they have you under, or should I say, you have yourself under. It's a choice that you stayed in. It's a choice that you make a certain amount of money. It's a choice that you made, that you said to yourself, hey, I ain't going nowhere. So the conditions that you have yourself under are deplorable. Deplorable. Straight up. I used to love New York, man. And to a certain extent, I still do. But now it's not the tall buildings. It's not what New York was about when I was living there. You know what I'm saying? And I used to go up there for the summers and shit like that. It wasn't about that. It was about the culture. It was about the culture, man. And wherever there's people, there's going to be culture. Straight up. I just don't understand why people are still living in New York. What are you trying to hold on to? I got family members that's there and they don't plan on moving at all. And that's fine. You do you, but don't ask me to come up there to see you. Straight up. Especially when the South is popping now. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to throw any shade on New York. You know, I'm not trying to throw shade on New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying, in the place where you live, you know, in right now. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, New York is like it's a graveyard. No, I mean, you know, business as usual, but culture is gone. It's gone. I mean, I don't know anybody that talks about New York. I don't know anybody. Man, at one point in time in the 90s, man, all I heard was, and I was living in North Carolina at the time. All I heard was, yo, I'm going up to see my cousin. I'm going up to such and such. I'm going up to such and such. I'm going. I don't hear anyone talk about New York. No one. It's to the point where I'm really debating on, you know, if and when I do go, am I going to vlog? Like, are people going to be interested in looking at seeing New York? But it's never, yo, I thought it was the tall buildings. I thought it was like just it being big and, you know, and the lights and the city that never sleeps. No, it was the culture. And now that the culture is just sucked out of the city, there's no point or purpose of being there. You gotta feel me on this though. Protect yourself, man. Protect yourself. We gotta go out and get the biggest firearm. If and when you do purchase one, don't be waving it up in the air and showing everybody, look. None of that. Be a responsible, mature gun owner, and use it for what it's there for. That plain and simple. And just know that guns are not to be played with. It is nothing fun about guns. It's just not. I'm talking about far as like when you're in danger and you got to pull out and defend yourself, and that person got to defend himself or herself or whatever have you. Now going to the range with a mature, responsible person and shooting, that's fun. That's fun. Every now and then you get your scary moments where these people be having these Groupons and they be right beside you. And I know Blackstone has the bulletproof rear, I don't know what you call them, but walls. The walls that, you know, cover your slot, your block or whatever. I know Valentine doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Going into Indian Land, they don't have it. And I think Matthews don't have it. So anyway, you minding your business, you shooting pew pew life, and there's someone right beside you that got a Groupon and they rented because you can go to, you know, a range and rent guns. You don't necessarily have to bring guns with you. They have firearms for you to rent there, plus ammunition, right? So, you know, these guys and girls, and this is a true story. You know, I'm not making this up. You know, I'm just saying, like, that could have been the end of my life. You know what I'm saying? So, in Valentine gun range, two dudes, younger dudes, like mid-20s, you know what I'm saying? Early mid-20s. And, you know, of course, they with some chicks. They want to show off. They putting the gun up here, and then they got the girl holding the gun. She got one hand like this. Yo, I'm not lying. I packed my shit up and I bounced. You're not going to call my family and say, oh, oops. Oops, did I do that? Oops, did I do that? Nah, that's not going to be me. That's not going to be me on WBTV News. Talking about how, you know, the mother of my children or my mom's or something like that. Talking about oh, he was a good son or he was a good father and he did this and he did that. Oh, he was this and he was that. Then, you know what I'm saying, you got R.I.P., you know, and then I on my channel, I got Long Live Langston, so you're going to have hashtag Long Live Langston. Man, get out of here. I'm not dealing with none of that. None of that. I see people on Groupon, or I see some dudes. Please, I stereotype you like a motherfucker when it comes to the range. Oh, y'all young people. Oh, I gotta go. Old Caucasian lady, looks like she can't handle that firearm that she got in her hands. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, man, be safe. Be safe out there in the streets. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, man. Hyperinflation. Inflation. You know, gas prices. Roller coaster. That's what the gas station is for me now. I'm going to Great Adventures, Carowinds, Six Flags. You can call it Great Adventures, Six Flags. What's the other one? Busch Gardens, King's Dominion. I'm pulling up at the amusement park because I know I'm about to get on the roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? As I'm pumping the gas. One day it'll be $3 and some change. The next day it'll be $3. The next day after that it'll be $2.95. I'm like, whoo. Next day $3.35. Whoa, what? How? Oh, well, you know, this is crazy. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is just how it sounds to me when I hear the reason why this particular time the gas got to go up. Well, there was a small war in Europe and the United Kingdom, and there was an anthole battle, and some oil got leaked out in the anthole battle, and you know they're gonna have to clean that up. That's gonna take a couple of days, and we're gonna have to go up on oil barrels. What? But that's just how it sounds to me, though. It just don't make sense. And then Joe Biden comes in, Sleepy Joe, gas prices. Okay, let's go to our reserves and take out a couple of oil barrels to lessen the load on on the people. The American people don't deserve this. Go ahead. Next thing you know, you go to the gas station the next day after Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden that is, said he's going to take out, about a couple of million barrels of oil barrels, you know what I'm saying, out of the reserves. The gas price was at $3.13, and then it went down to $3.11. And he talking about and that should soften everything at the pump. Soften the pain, or whatever they say, man. I am sick and tired of this society, man. I am sick and tired of this, man. Real talk. I'm gonna have to take another break. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you all don't realize that I was gone, but I was gone for about 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to take another one. Straight up. Hey, my name is Langston 2092. Want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video.